And they're off for the Terremoto. Star Quest gets a good start in between runners. Racing over on the rail, that's a midnight runner. Bob the Builder reserved a bit as they make their way into that clubhouse turn. Roaring Kitty moves up now to join them, but angles wide as they go into the clubhouse turn. Midnight runner on that lead, let loose, leading up by some 3 lengths. Bob the Builder, and right there too, that's Roaring Kitty now making ground into third. Star Quest tucked in between horses. Benison out 3 wide. Thousand Treasures runs the rail. A break back to the pair of My Eclipse racing on the outside. Princess Chris runs the rail. They share last. Over on the far side, Midnight Runner continues to stride out, a length and a piece in front of Bob the Builder as they lead the 6. Roaring Kitty is further 3 lengths away. Thousand Treasures racing with Star Quest. Princess Chris on the outside. Then comes Benison and My Eclipse reserved at the back. They've left the 5. They run away now toward the half mile. And still out in front, it is a Midnight Runner caught now by Bob the Builder. And Bob the Builder now goes on narrowly from a Midnight Runner as they enter the half mile turn. Star Quest runs the rail as they charge away now toward the 7:16. Princess Chris has made ground. Roaring Kitty hidden from view in between horses. 5 lengths back to Benison, now asked to improve. Thousand Treasures second from the back, about to be caught by My Eclipse. They leave the 3 in the Terremoto, and out in front it is a Bob the Builder striding out powerfully with a 3.5 length advantage. Star Quest continues the chase. Toward the outside, that's a Princess Chris. Roaring Kitty continues to be hidden in between horses as they turn for home. Benison out wide, but it is Bob the Builder. Can they catch Bob the Builder in the hands of the veteran Shane Ellis? 3/16 to run. It is Bob the Builder continuing to hold the advantage. Benison trying hard to close a 5-length deficit. Star Quest running on the spot, but Bob the Builder on the good ride continues to lead them a merry chase inside the final 16th. Here now is Benison now beginning to fly on the outside. Has Bob the Builder done enough to hold off Benison? Bob the Builder has. He wins it over Benison. Then Star Quest. Roaring Kitty is 4th.
They're off and racing. Good Conscience misses it, along with Pretty Perfect. Giant Vigorous goes for that lead. Life is Light is right there too. There goes on the outside, that's Star Quest. Just behind them, that's that Money Mission, overtaken by Miss Brayton. Then comes 3 lengths before we come to Good Conscience, now joined by Pretty Perfect, and just at the back of the field, that's Modern Monarch. Passing the 3 and coming to the top of the lane, and it is on the outside Star Quest, just the leader from right against the rail. That's Giant Vigorous. Star Quest in front, Giant Vigorous trying to come on. Also coming on the outside, that is Pretty Perfect, but it is Star Quest in front. Pretty Perfect trying to get to Star Quest. Pretty Perfect is coming on strongly. Star Quest hanging on top. Pretty Perfect trying to get to Star Quest. It's Star Quest still in front. Pretty Perfect comes a calling on the outside. Star Quest, Pretty Perfect. Pretty Perfect now goes on, and Shane Ellis will have a double on the day. Pretty Perfect beats Star Quest. Then comes Miss Brayton. Looks like Giant Vigorous back in 4th.
Field in line for the 99th running of the Jamaica St. Leger. They're off for the St. Leger. Big Buzz gets a good start on the far side. Burning Hedge is running quickly. Lockdown is right there. Mighty Gully is in the center as they come flashing past us for the first time. Mighty Gully gets that lead. Bob the Builder and Prince Roy right there. Lockdown is there. Uncle Harry just in between runners. Big Buzz settled on the fence. Sensational Soul is packed in behind horses as they go into that clubhouse turn. Uncle Harry has made some progress. Prince Roy overtaking. Cop Car is making a good run of it. I Dream Again hidden from view on the outside. Sensational Soul taken off the fractions. Hanser overtaking. Burning Hedge toward the back with Strong Mind. Then comes Benison, and Pretty Perfect, laboring early, is left at the back as they take the back stretch and make the way now toward the 6. Bob the Builder expected to lead. He does so. He leads up from Mighty Gully. Prince Roy, I Dream Again. Hanson now moving by them. A lockdown racing just in behind with Cop Car held together. Uncle Harry overtaken by Big Buzz. Has to make some ground. That's Sensational Soul now beginning his run. Benison racing on the outside. Just in behind them, Burning Hedge. And then Strong Mind and Forget Pretty Perfect needing a tow truck as the St. Ledger field are about to arrive at the final half of a mile. And Hansa tries to steal it, hopping through to get that lead. She's opened up some 5 lengths. I Dream Again on the outside. Bob the Builder fading back a bit. Prince Roy races next, possibly 8 or 9 lengths off that lead. Cop Car is there. In behind them, that's a Mighty Gully. Sensational Soul now wound up on the outside. Locked down on the rail. Big Buzz is there. Then Benison and Burning Hedge. A huge gap to Strong Mind. Pretty Perfect. And being pulled up almost, that's Uncle Harry as the field turned for home in the St. Ledger. And Hansa continues to deny them. I Dream Again trying to close up. Bob the Builder asked to come with a run on the rail. Burning Hedge is running strong on the outside, but Hansa could have stolen it. Arrives at the furlong pole. It is Hansa getting chops of that left-hand stick. She's a surprise of the party. They'll arrive at the 16th pole. Here is Burning Hedge and I Dream Again. Hansa running out of steam. I Dream Again charging up in the center. I Dream Again upsets them in the St. Ledger, beating Hansa and Burning Hedge. Then Sensational Soul and Bob the Builder back in 5th.
And Michaelson's is ready, and we are ready for race number 6. They're off on racing. Alchemy of Soul gets a nice start. Right in the middle, Don Quessy has speed. Rushing up on the rail, that's the Manipulator out wide, Star Quest. Also there, that's Cop Car as they make their way toward. It's a tight group up front. Right on the rail, the Manipulator. Just beside him, that's Don Quessy. Cop Car is right there too. Out wide, that's Star Quest. Then comes on the rail, that is Alchemy of Soul. Right on the outside of Alchemy of Soul, that is Jukebox. Then comes Laredo, tacked onto the tail of Doe. That is Nebuchadnezzar. About 3 lengths before we come to racing in behind those, that's a Friends Connection. Then comes Kuzmi as they go past the 4. Behind Kuzmi, that's One Code, and at the back of the field, that's Newspaper of Record. They head toward the 3, and it is Don Quessy narrowly from Cop Car. These two are heads apart. Don Quessy just the leader. Cop Car right there too, watching them from 3rd and wanting them to fold. That's Star Quest just behind them. That's Jukebox running a good one. Also there, that's Alchemy of Soul out wide and coming on. That is a quick. That is Laredo there at the top of the lane, a furlong and a half to go. Cop Car not going away. Don Quessy still there fighting on. Cop Car pointing on Don Quessy. It's Cop Car in front. Here comes Alchemy of Soul coming on for a spoil. It is still Cop Car in front. Don Quessy keep coming on the outside. Alchemy of Soul. It's Cop Car in front of Alchemy of Soul, and Cop Car will take them to the wire. Cop Car by about 2.5 lengths from Alchemy of Soul. Then comes Don Quessy, Star Quest, and back in 5th, Laredo.
They're off. A Big Buzz breaks nearest to us. Got a good start. Giant Vigorous is tacking across. Life is Light is with this group in the yellow silks near the stand fence. Chasing My Dream is doing just that, more toward the center of the racetrack. On the far side, that's Queen Latifah, but Big Buzz looks to have the running and shows on that lead. The rider now changing his hold, and Big Buzz continues to hold them off. Queen Latifah in the orange silks races on the far side. Giant Vigorous in the white sleeves next. Chasing My Dream toward the center, but this Big Buzz now begins to tack toward the middle. Queen Latifah is showing good speed over there too, and now beginning to challenge, but Big Buzz is in control at the moment. Queen Latifah, the closest pursuer and the only one in with a chance, but Big Buzz puts them all away, and Big Buzz wins by nearly 3 over Queen Latifah. Giant Vigorous is next. Star Quest on the far side, and back in 5th, that Secret Sensation. Field in line for the John Clifton Wright Memorial Cup over 6 furlongs thereof. Skillet Arms, Fantastic Hedge, they're the slowest to leave, with Chief in command. They're the back markers early. The Manipulator gets a good start. She's My Dream moving down on the outside as they leave the 5, and She's My Dream gets a narrow lead over the Manipulator racing in second. Legal Fight tracking them and gaining. Alchemy of Souls, the favourite, back in fourth. Fantastic Hedge has made ground in the orange silks toward the outside as they slip past the half mile. Skill at Arms races next. Secret Sensation overtaken by Candy Girl, and last of all, it's a Chief in Command as the field arrive at the 3. She's My Dream, skittering along on that lead, opening up some 5 lengths. The Manipulator and Alchemy of Souls in close attendance. Here comes a Legal Fight, now asked to make ground, but they're turning for home, and She's My Dream has to be caught at the top of the lane. Less than a quarter of a mile to run. She's My Dream out in front. The Manipulator asked to close up in the center. Toward the outside, the favourite Alchemy of Souls and Legal Fight left back on the rail. She Is My Dream now beginning to tie up a furlong to run. Here is Alchemy of Souls, and Alchemy of Souls now takes charge on the run, passing the 16th pole. It's Alchemy of Souls and action-packed Ray and Lewis. They're pulling away and plundering this field. They win by 6 or more. Alchemy of Souls, the second for Ray and Lewis. She's My Dream possibly over Secret Sensation. Then Legal Fight, the Manipulator back in 5th. And sends them off. My Eclipse comes away running with I Dream Again on the far side. Prince Roy not too far away. He's down now. Another one shows speed and runs the rail. Toward the outside, that's Big Buzz locked down, overtaking along with Bob the Builder as they make their way down the back stretch. Another one shows speed and has that lead. A lockdown and Prince Roy in close proximity. I Dream Again on the outside. Bob the Builder in a handy spot. My Eclipse is next, about 6 or 7 off that lead. Sensational Soul tucked in between horses. Boss Man now splitting rivals. Mr. Lee is there with Strong Mind as they charge down the far side. Big Buzz races with the field toward the back of it. Mark My Identity on the outside. Brompton Boy asked to make ground. Prince Kazir races second from the back, and a Bangarang, now hopeless at the moment, left last. They've left the half mile. They arrive at the 7/16th. And on the rail, it's a Bob the Builder with that lead. Another one is there. I Dream Again now kicks in, and I Dream Again snatches the lead. But Bob the Builder is fighting hard on the rail. They've opened up some 3 or 4 lengths. Lockdown now asked to close up. They're coming into the lane. And I Dream Again in the green silks drifts off toward the center. Bob the Builder continues to run a huge one and has that lead down against the rail and gets cracks of that right-hand stick. It is Bob the Builder out in front. Here is Sensational Soul now unleashed and let loose. Bob the Builder with a 2-length lead. Sensational Soul eating into it. It's Bob the Builder just. Sensational Soul now finding top stride. Bob the Builder driven out. Sensational Soul is exploding in the end and will win the 2,000 guineas from Bob the Builder. I Dream Again, Strong Mind, close between Big Buzz and Lockdown.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from QuickGallopJaya.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.